Hey guys, it's dinner time with Bougie Gang. Y'all, it's a it's lunchtime somewhere, but baby, it's definitely not lunch here. Sis has been laying in the kitchen, and I thought I would be done, so I'm a little bit late, but I know you guys won't hold me to it. So anyway, guys, hi, how are you? Happy Friday Eve. Also, I sent a FOIA request somewhere. So I know you guys are like, girl, handle that business. You guys handle the business of hitting the like button, of subscribing. If you found your way here, baby, good luck leaving because you're going to like it. You're going to like it here. So you may as well subscribe and you may as well hit the notifications so that when I go live, do a post, all of the things, you can be notified, okay? Hey Bougie Gang, what's good? I was trying to read some of y'all's comments from before I came into the room, see what y'all were talking about, but Bougie must be making a plate for her. Girl, how did you know Candy Cane? You know what? I was thinking about that. Okay, first of all, I made collard greens. If you were over on Love Lies and Lace Fronts, you know that I made collard greens today. And I make my own turkey. I stood over there and was like, should I buy these smoked turkey pieces? Like leg and a wing and stuff, because they didn't have raw wings. And all they had were drumsticks. And I'm like, oh man, I like to always have a wing in there. Anyway, I mean, obviously, if I'm making a turkey, I'll throw the neck in there too. But, I don't, so whatever. Anyway, I'll buy the legs and the wings, right? I'll use the neck that came from a turkey that I'm cooking whole. What is going on here? Hold on. Okay. I could hear something in my thing. I was like, okay, what's going on? Okay. So I had to go. I had to buy them. I had to let them slow cook real quick, as if there's such a thing, but I was washing dishes and stuff while I was doing that. And then I got that started. And then Farrah came in. And then I was like, you want macaroni and cheese? She was like, yes, yes. So I went ahead and I literally just put a macaroni and cheese in the oven. So that'll be ready in like 20 minutes, but everyone's got instructions to go ahead and take it out. It's ready to go because I'm going to be live. It's going to be in the kitchen and all of the things. I had to make my husband his plate. He just got home from work. So I got him all straightened away. I made cornbread. Everybody is good. Everybody is happy. And now I'm here for Bougie Gang. Okay. I was getting ready to go live earlier, and then I saw the Diddy stuff going on, and I saw the Diddy conference hadn't started yet over on Law and Crime. And then I saw Nyla was live, and I was listening to that, and just I was decluttering my desk. So I was like, I'll just go live a little bit later because I'm listening. You know what I mean? Like I was like, girl, when are the Combses of them gonna get out the SUV and stuff? So yeah. Anyway, I didn't know if you guys wanted to do any Nesto today. I know some of you always want to do Nesto, and some of you guys were like, I'm so tired. So I figured we would do a little bit of hot topics, and we'll keep Nesto for tomorrow. Maybe we'll do some double Nesto tomorrow. But I did pull the warrants. So all the shenanigans happening in Fulton County, I do have the details on that. The latest person arrested, fraternizing with inmates, who one specifically happens to be on trial for the YSL RICO. Um, so another security person who is lumped up with the other females who have gotten themselves out of jobs and pending felonies and RICO charges and such. Um, anyway, did you guys watch the Combses get out the car? Let's take a look at that because we saw the girls. There was somebody out there like Quincy, take care of them girls. Quincy. So if you were wondering if Quincy is there supporting Diddy, I mean, we don't know if he was supporting Diddy as much as we know he was there supporting his sisters and I guess his stepbrothers, so I don't know. Cause a lot of, you do see Quincy now a lot with I'll Be Sure. Him and his dad seem to kind of be um, bonding and reconnecting. And I'll Be Sure definitely has feelings about Diddy. And so I was thinking to myself, was Quincy there to really show support to Diddy, or is he there as kind of the oldest in charge? Um, you know what I'm saying? Quincy's brainwashed. I see you, sis. I like macaroni and cheese, but I never had it. I never, wait a second. But if I ever had it again, it would be okay. Girl, I love it. I love it, but we don't have it often. Last time I made it, not much of it was eaten. Like I felt bad because we threw most of it away because my husband really won't eat cheese like that anymore. So it's really me and Farah. And I don't know. For me, I don't want to say past day one. If it's past day one and it's I wouldn't say overly cooked, but cooked well to where it's when it starts to get dry. Anybody Haitian out here, if you've ever had like Haitian macaroni and cheese, it's a little bit more on the drier side, if you know what I mean, any of my macaroni connoisseurs. But macaroni haïtien is more dry. And also they love to, when you make it, you have the gratin on top. So it's, um well, crunchy. So crunchy on top, right? So I like it like that, crunchy, but I like it creamy in the middle. I like creamy, right? So I don't like it when it gets a little dry, like day two or whenever you're eating it. So I like it very much creamy. So anyway, uh but Haitian macaroni and cheese is very good. If you've never had it and you have a Haitian restaurant near you, or and love some Haitians, and they will have you for Sunday dinner with some macaroni, um, indulge because it's good. So, and what's different about it? Um, it's just different. It's a little different. Let's see. Okay, I'll be sure. Gonna wind up finish raising them girls. Girl, that would be he wrote that song Forever My Lady, the Jodeci song. He wrote that song about Kim Porter, and that's like, to me, that's one of Jodeci's all-time best songs ever. Um so yeah, that song is really iconic. I mean, I think a lot of us, especially in our age, if you're in your 40s or 50s, you hear that song and you remember some things. You remember like a party you were at or a time in school. Um, that song also reminds me of Serial, the podcast, because that was what was playing at the prom when Heyman Lee and Adnan Syed met. I think it was Forever My Lady, right? Um, so yeah, that was one of Jodeci's best. Anyway, but yeah, I don't know what I was wondering. Like, okay, Quincy was there, but of course Quincy was there. Quincy, I think, is definitely a family guy. And what is he supposed to do? He can't, I mean, he's got to do what he's got to do. I don't know. He's in a tough position. Let's take a look as the family. Did Mom Combs have on a extra big wig? I don't know who that was. Let me share my screen, and then we're gonna talk a little bit of Fulton County. But I had to come tonight because I was like, I didn't want to leave y'all hanging from lunchtime. So felt kind of bad. And I said, well, let me come and let's do a little bit of hot topic and see what's going on. Anyway, so yeah, there was a status hearing. I think they scheduled tentatively, I guess, scheduled trial or requested trial for May of 2025. And they are still appealing the bail. I don't know. I don't know. I can't say he's not getting out. I mean, money talks. They've put out all kinds of stipulations. Who knows? I mean, I think at this point, I can't say he's safer in or he's safer out. Who knows? Okay. We're just gonna have to stay tuned on this one. Like for me, it's a big Frandrew. I don't know what to think as far as what's going on and all the lawsuits. It is a cluster. He's in a lot of trouble. I cannot imagine on all kinds of medication. Did you guys see when the family came? Let's see. Look at that girl with the big sign says Puff tried to kill me. A mess right outside the court. Let's see. So, okay, here comes the family at this point. Okay. Well, they had everybody up in there. Girl, paparazzi was out. Did you hear the guy shouting at Janice, your son is a predator? No, but we're going to hear it today. Do you know, it was when they got out. Did she arrive in a separate car? Because I feel like I saw the girls really good. Who was that lady with the little shopping bag? Hold on. I think the name of the book of the man was screaming when the family came out. I think that's the man. Okay. Law and Crime said, I'm gonna get my angle. I am not playing with y'all. Y'all not gonna all these wide, flat buttedness. Y'all gonna get up out my way. And here comes the man with the tunic. I don't know who that is with the long tunic shirt. Here come the girls. Here come the twins. And I think it was Chance with them too.
Okay. All right, you got Ebony with you. Okay. Anything you want to say to the press while we're going inside? Please, any message you want to send your father? Any message to your father? How's your father? Have you guys spoken to your father? Have you spoken to your father? Take care of those girls.
Okay, so there's the twins. Is it Chance? Then you got Justin, Christian, you got Quincy. Obviously, the little baby was not there. I don't think. Did they bring the baby too for show? I mean, it's like, damn. Okay, let's listen.
Take care of those girls.
Take care of those girls. Okay, there's all the girls holding hands. 1, 2, 3. The big girls. The baby girl clearly was not there, I don't think. Okay. I think that's Quincy right there with his hand on one of the twins' shoulders. And then the two other sons, Christian and Justin.
You guys,
I think that was Quincy with the trench coat.
stay together.
You guys stay together. Hold on. I mean, I don't know who that was recording, but ma'am really thought she was doing something. We heard ma'am all over everybody else. It's like, ma'am, come on now. Mr. Long Shirt Tunic, who is he? Is he like the handler of the courthouse?
You guys stay together.
Y'all stay together. I think he's armed security. Maybe he was some sort of a detective because you see how he's got that loose. He got brother whatever his name is, brother man detective with the tunic. I think he had a sidearm on. Look, girl, he looked like he got something off to the side. He might be either maybe he's yeah, something back here. He got something. He's some sort of security, law enforcement, something. You said he's a Matrix guy? Oh, okay. Yeah, he got something right there. Ma'am had a good vantage point right there. Okay. Okay, it's like, okay, move, move, move. Everybody move out the way.
I don't understand why all these people like.
You don't understand why all of these people are here? What are you, the only paparazzi in town? Did you hear him? The nerve. The nerve. Is his last name Hoover? It's like, damn, sir, where are you from? Where are you from? Did you just land on this planet? They're here to see what they can see.
I don't understand why all these people like.
You know, sometimes people say stupid things. You know what I'm saying? Like, you don't understand why all these people are here? Oh, so why are you here? Okay, we'll turn the sound down. I saw a lady with a big blonde wig. Was that Janice? Girl, did she come in her own? Did she pull up in a Rolls Royce or something, a Phantom? Did she come up rich lady style or what did she do? Did she show up in an SUV? She got to be. I don't think that was her. Yes, okay. Okay. Why are you there, sir? Maybe he just walked by and was like, "Oh shit, Diddy's here?" Oh, okay. Loud mouth and has appliques on his denim jacket. Sir, go sit down. Sir, go have several seats. Look at the dog. Look at the dog's smelling butts as usual. You can always count on a dog smelling a butt or smelling the middle, okay? Girl. I'd be like, if you don't stop jumping, have a seat. We're on display. Yes, absolute. Look at you. Aw, he's so cute. Okay. He's like, look, don't embarrass me in front of the people now. We are on the world stage. People are going to see us everywhere. Let everyone see how good you are. Ah, ah, ah. Did you guys ever see the thing on Instagram? Of course I'm a black dog mom. Wait. I'm a black dog mom. Of course my dog knows. That was funny. That was the one that took me out. They had some other ones, but I'm like, I think that's just dog moms in general, but I don't know if that's universal.
Should I start feeding? Wait, should I start feeding or are we doing stand up first?
That lady was dragging her wagon. Did you see that? She must have not known, sis. You just walked in front of all kinds of television cameras. Look at that. That looks like Doug. What is Doug doing out in front of downtown New York court building? Oh, look at the Labrador. He's so cute. Oh. Okay, we're gonna speed up a little bit. Let's see. The dog is like a star of the damn show. Hold on. He's too cute. I think this is when they cut away.
A voluminous amount of
Did you
material
guys
in
see?
this case, according to.
Did the mom get there before or after the kids? Did grandma show up before or after? Girl, Dianne Feinstein showed up? Okay. Not Dianne Feinstein. What is her name? The lawyer. Girl, why is she giving Dianne Feinstein? Is that Gloria Allred? What is her name? Let me look her up. Gloria Allred. Yeah, I think that's, yes, Gloria Allred. Her and her daughter, yes, are coming for Diddy. Okay, so she was there.
A very substantial $50 million bond. And if his phones were taken, that he could be released. He would not be a danger to the community.
Oh, she's saying if they take his phones. So you don't think he has access to the cloud and he can't download his contact list? Like a phone is nothing. I mean, you can still have access to your information. Oh, did she show up in a Rolls Royce? You know she did. I didn't think anything of it. Okay, ma'am. Yes. Yes, she had to show up in in something. Let's see. Hold on. Let's see. She looks like she put on her own nasty, nasty blonde wig. She said, she said, I'm gonna put on something to let them know Mrs. Combs is here. Diddy's mama has arrived. Okay, don't play with her. Okay, here she is. She put out her little statement the other day for her son. She was like, yes, look at that. Sis came in a Rolls Royce, okay? She's not playing. Is that her assistant in the white coat? Oh. Girl. He said Diddy's a predator. Let's check out the ensemble, please, because we're not here. Like, you know what I'm saying? This is not a serious talk show. Sis got on her little sweater dress and her old nasty blonde curly wig and big. Yes, I'm Janice. Sunglasses. Okay. And her assistant looks like she has on a white Balmain jacket. Look at that. Fresh braids. Janice, your son is a predator. Your son is a predator.
Janice, how are you feeling?
Girl, Janice doesn't know how to dress either. Okay. Janice has on some sort of fishnets, some sort of design stockings that she probably shouldn't have on. She put on that old nasty, nasty wig. She got her little capelet on. I guess that's her assistant. And I don't know what she thought she was going to be doing, but let's entertain. How are you doing? Your son is a predator. They let her have it. She got there early.
How are you feeling?
There she goes. Girl, look. It's giving she got them. Oh, let me stop. She has a 54-year-old son. Let me not be too snarky. Sis did not come to play. She said, I need my extra large. It's giving labradoodle hair, you think? It's giving strawberry blonde labradoodle wig. Okay. That's Sonia and Julie. That's Sonia and her granddaughter going to Tomas's trial, right? Your son is a predator. Let me stop.
Janice, how are you feeling?
I'm feeling awesome. My husband is at MD. My husband is at MDC. They froze my accounts. I don't have my nasty wigs. My cape is down in Miami, and I feel horrible. Of course, how could you ask me that? I'm a mother. I'm a mother. Your son is a predator. Girl, she got dragged on her way into court. Okay. All right. Let's see. Let's hear some of the analysis for a second. Oh, Mom, don't cry, Mom.
Charges are two very different.
Girl, wait a second. Did you guys see Beyonce? Beyonce is doing a wig. Just wait, hold on.
Through her lawyer, of course.
Girl, let me find out.
Versus
girl, did you catch Instagram today? Beyonce went to her mom's Woman of the Year presentation. Was it Vogue magazine or something? Hold on, let me cross-reference what's going on here. Beyonce has the same hairstyle right now. Well, not for good, but she just, she took some pictures, but hers is awesome. Oh my God. Oh my goodness. Hold on. Beyonce was serving. Hold on a second. Sis was serving. Okay. Do you see this right here? Sis did not look. And then they put a Diddy meme in there. Girl, sis did not come to play. Look at that. Hold on. Let me clear. Okay. Janice, this is how you wear that wig, boo-boo. Okay. Serving. Okay. Girl, look at her doing the Bougie Gang manicure sign. I was like, Beyonce, let me find out. Okay. Look at her. Girl. I'm like, okay, Beyonce. Doing secret signs on the internet to Bougie Gang. Okay. All of my PayPals, look what was on the drink menu. All of the PayPals out there. You know who you are. Look at they had an espresso martini on the drink menu at the gala, at the event that Beyonce went to. Okay, that did not go unnoticed either. Okay, sis is drinking espresso and margarita because, girl, who doesn't like a margarita? Okay, then you got to see this hair, fabulous. Look at her cousin in the background. Look at that hair. Fabulous. Love it. Anyway, okay, let's go back to Janice. It sort of made me think. Janice, what you doing with that wig on, girl?
Committing sex trafficking and RICO type charges are two very different things. The law says you're innocent until proven guilty, and his mom being there could be a show of her belief that my son is innocent of these indictment charges until he's proven.
Yeah.
And I'm going to support my son.
Okay, I'm not going to lie, Janice. She looks okay there. I mean, the body is bodying. Ma'am has got to be in her 70s, okay? She's giving body. All right? Even though she's probably cuckoo. Her husband sis is still serving. The wigs got to go though.
Yeah,
okay,
I understand that. And look, she came out with that statement. After the charges.
Did you guys see the statement? I posted it on my community wall. She's 83. Mushagal. Okay. Mushagal still serving body. Um, for her to step out the Rolls Royce in the manner that she did with fishnets and 5-inch heels, baby. We got to give Janice some credit. Sis is holding on for dear life. Okay. I give her all, she gets much credit for that one. Aside from her son, I'm gonna have to hand it over to her. Sis, you did that, okay? If you have not seen or heard her statement, let me just, girl is so small, my lord. Hold on a second, let me go somewhere else. I know I posted it, but here, is this it? Girl, baby. Okay, here we go. It was posted through her lawyer, Janice Smalls Combs, the mother of Sean Combs, through her undersigned counsel and on behalf of the Combs family, releases the following statement. I come to you as a mother that is devastated and profoundly saddened by the allegations made against my son. My son, Sean Combs. It is heartbreaking to see my son judged not for the truth, but for a negative created out of lies. To bear witness what seems to be like a public lynching of my son before he has had the opportunity to prove his innocence. Does this sound remotely innocent? I mean, remotely similar to things we've heard before. Without the opportunity to prove his innocence is a pain too unbearable to put into words. Like every human being, my son deserves to have his day in court to finally share his side and to prove his innocence. I am not here to portray my son as perfect because he is not. He has made mistakes. Hold on a second. Let me get to the, hold on, let me get over. Baby. Where are they? Girl. What happened? Okay, I was about to say, didn't we just see their pictures? Okay. I'm like, let's change the visual a little bit. Oh, well, the Cassie Ventura footage is not going to help. Okay. Let's see. My son may not have been entirely truthful about certain things, such as denying he has ever gotten violent with an ex-girlfriend when the hotel surveillance showed otherwise. Sometimes she should not have talked about the facts of any cases. Sometimes the truth and a lie become so closely intertwined, it becomes terrifying to admit one's part of the story, especially when that truth is outside the norm or is too complicated to be believed. This is why I believe my son's civil girl. Every time I hear that word, this is why I believe my son's civil legal team opted to settle the ex-girlfriend's lawsuit instead of contesting it until the end, resulting in a ricochet effect as the federal government used this decision against my son by interpreting it as an admission of guilt. It is important to recognize that none of us, regardless of our status, are immune to fear or mistakes. Not being entirely straightforward about one issue does not mean my son is guilty of the repulsive allegations and grave charges leveled against him. Many individuals who were wrongfully convicted and later exonerated had their freedom taken from them, not because that girl, if I hear Sonia Durham read this or take notes from this lady, baby, okay. Where was I? It's like, damn, lady, you wrote a whole speech. Repulsive allegations and grave charges leveled against him. Many individuals who were wrongly convicted and later exonerated had their freedom taken from them because they were guilty of crimes they were accused of. They were not guilty of crimes they were accused of, but because they didn't fit the image of what this society considers to be a good person. Look, the freak offs are just a big distraction, sis. I mean, at the end of the day, the fact that your son is a whole freak, I mean, look, sorry. I mean, history has shown us how individuals can be wrongly convicted due to their past actions and mistakes. Okay, let's go to the next page. My God, Janice. Mushago. Okay, here we go. Oh, and the law firm is called the Fingers Law or Figures Law. Watching the world make jokes and laugh at my son's life crumbling before our eyes is something I can never forget. It is truly agonizing to watch the world turn against my son so quickly and easily over lies and misconceptions without ever hearing his side or according to him the opportunity to present his side. These lies thrown at him are motivated by those seeking financial gain and not justice. These individuals saw how quickly my son's civil legal team settled his ex-girlfriend's lawsuit, so they believe they can receive a quick payday and falsely accusing my son. False allegations of sexual assault thwart true victims of sexual violence from getting their justice they deserve. To make matters worse, the federal government is now using these lies to prosecute my son. The injustice has been unbearable for our family. The worst part is the ordeal is watching my beloved son be stripped of his dignity, not for what he did, but for what people chose to believe about him. I ask his supporters, fans, colleagues, friends, and the public to not judge him before you've had the chance to hear his side. I beg you to think about those who have wrongly persecuted to I beg you to think about those who have been wrongly persecuted, to remember that not everyone who has made mistakes in their lives deserve their entire existence judged by a single action or a few mistakes. My son is not a monster they have painted him to be. He deserves the chance to tell his side. Tell his side. I can only pray that I am alive to see him speak his truth and be vindicated. Sis poured it on extra thick. Okay. Sis poured that thing on thick. Okay. Oatmeal thick. And I get it. Thank you so much. A mistake is accidentally spilling a drink on or your nice outfit or bumping your car by accident. What Diddy did allegedly is not an accident. Certainly not flooding phone lines. I mean, the fact that there could be crank calls, people calling in, but let's just say they said that they opened up a phone line for Diddy complaints, and was it like 10 or 20,000 calls came in? Even if 10% are something to follow up on, that's a lot of people calling. Okay? If you want to see what I just read, go to the community posts and it's posted there. Just scroll down just a little bit and you'll see it. That was posted by her retained law firm. And they put that out for her maybe like a couple days ago, maybe 2-3 days ago. So anyway, guys, do me a favor, hold on for just 1 second and I will be right back. Do they show the family leaving? Okay, is this the guy, Rico? His last name was Rico. It was like, wait a second. Okay. We're going to come back to this. Let me let a little bit of law and crime, the law analysis play for just a moment. I'll be right back.
Is committing sex trafficking and RICO type charges are two very different things. You know, the law says you're innocent until proven guilty, and his mom being there could be a show of her belief that my son is innocent of these indictment charges until he's proven.
Yeah.
And I'm going to support my son.
Yeah, I understand that. And look, she came out with that statement after the charges, after the civil lawsuits. And look, unfortunately, she's, I think, 84 years old. She's probably wants to get this statement in, and it's her son. So I understandable that she said that, but at the same time, they're very serious accusations, and a number of people have levied very, very serious claims against them. Okay, so I have a question for both of you. I will start with you, Brian. This is from Nicholas Winter on YouTube. What are your views on federal court not allowing transparency via press coverage inside the courtroom? Would the video of the hearing be made public when the case is closed?
I couldn't agree more with the view that there ought to be access. The citizens have a right to see. They have a right to know. They want to see justice being made. And they don't have that opportunity in federal courts. We don't even have that opportunity in the state courts of Pennsylvania. And I know what the rules allow for. I know why those rules exist. But I think we're now at an age, a point in time in our nation's history, where our citizens require it. They want to be able to see it so they can believe it. And they want to have trust in the system. And I think that would give them at least some confidence that what they hear, what they read is what their eyes are telling them. So why not?
Yeah, and not everybody's able to read an article about what happened. To have that visual medium, to have a clip unedited and put in context, of course, would really help provide that transparency. And no, there's not going to be a copy of the video after the case. There will be transcripts. We can see transcripts. That's probably the best we'll get. Courtroom sketches, as we're seeing. Ava, I'll give you the opportunity to respond to that as well. But if you want, I have another question for you.
Sure,
actually,
go
you
ahead.
answered that. This Nicholas Winter asked for your opinion too. What's your opinion on that?
I don't think either of you are going to like my opinion. I think that it shouldn't be open to the public because the most important thing is the privacy of the victims.
Well, I mean, I guess so. For that reason, but they can protect the victims by not showing their faces. Okay, let's go see. I think there were some folks. Let's see when they come outside to the podium.
Nafilo, who's representing Sean Combs, one member of, I think, is asking the court for a gag order. It says that the concern is that the agents have been leaking grand jury information and making other prejudicial statements. Ava, this is what we anticipated, that they were going to bring that up. What do you make of it?
Absolutely. Right now, it's all speculation that they're making regarding the gag order. And I won't be surprised if the prosecutors also request a gag order against Sean Diddy Combs in order to prevent him from talking to victims.
Brian, turn it over to you. Your thoughts?
Yeah, I mean, usually it's something that the prosecution requests, gag orders for the defense. And I understand why Mark's doing it. It's the right move. This is a case where they do.
The AUSA Johnson, I'll read you a quote. Mr. Agnafilo said, they make the case as the takedown of a successful black
I think
man.
the person that came out
picked up,
talked for literally like 2 seconds.
So, look.
Here he is. Who was this? Why did he stand out? Like, didn't he know to get in front of the microphone, sir? Girl, this was a mess.
They never brought up the bail application. Why not? Bail pending criminal prosecution is mandatory. It's mandatory. You can't try to person a bail. Because you have a right to be convicted before you can be subjected to the penalty of a crime. You can't have the punishment before the conviction.
It's like, sir, are you some high-priced attorney? Because how do you not know to not go to the podium? And who is like,
process mandates bail or release pending conviction. Can't hear you. Can't hear you.
like, we can't hear you.
Identify yourself.
Listen, my name is Ari and I'm a paralegal. The United States Constitution mandates that nobody's subjected to the penalty.
You're a paralegal. Is he a reporter? Girl, why did they let him go to the podium?
Of a crime without a conviction. Therefore, it's mandatory that Mr. Combs be released pending a conviction.
Did he say
Also,
Mr.
to
Combs?
try to say that he may have tampered with witnesses, etc. There's no evidence that he did this subsequent to being charged.
They need to show this whole thing because right now, like, some of the heavier stuff of this case has kind of like, I'm like, I can't get into it's a lot. So I'm just kind of on the outside looking in. Baby, if they're gonna have a shit show like this, I want them to keep the cameras. I want cameras in the courtroom. I want to have now the docket is open. It's all you have to do is go into Pacer. If you don't have a Pacer account. But the docket is open and available to be able to see what's being filed and all of the things. I've been posting some of it in Patreon. We just hadn't been keeping up with it as much. But if they're going to be doing stuff like this, oh yeah, we gonna have to check in because I'm here for the shits.
To try to say that he presents a flight risk and everything like that.
Nobody
there's no
asked him to
evidence that he ever sought to evade prosecution. It's called prevention. You can't do that. You can't say punish a person for something they might do. They can only punish a person for something they have done. So the law mandates that he be released pending his trial, and that any deprivation constitutes a fundamental deprivation or violation.
Did he say deprivation rather than deprivation or deep? He says deprivation. There's some commercial. Did you see they showed Daryl Brooks? Hold on a second. Okay, let's see who is actually there for Diddy.
Busby, this Texas attorney, has announced that he is representing over 100 alleged victims of Sean Combs, that he plans to file over 120 lawsuits across the country. He has said that at least 25 of these alleged victims say that they were abused by Sean Combs when they were minors. I'll give you an opportunity to respond to how that's even going to look, how that would operate. But I'm also going to throw a second question to you. This is from NJ on YouTube. Are the victims, this is from Janal Taylor on YouTube. Is there a possibility that he's going to be charged for the minors allegedly involved? So 2 questions. How do you even bring 120 lawsuits? And B, considering we're talking about that, is Sean Combs going to ultimately be charged with respect to minors?
I feel like I was in the kitchen.
I might have to be reminded of the third question, but with respect to the 100 or 100 plus lawsuits, there's going to be a threshold issue. If I were representing Diddy, I would move to stay those cases pending the criminal trial. That happens a lot in certain states, such as California. If you have simultaneous civil and criminal cases arising out of the same conduct, it can be.
Ben, stand by. I want to get your answer on this, but I think we are hearing right now from Anthony Rico, who is one of Sean Combs' attorneys, but I could be wrong. Let's go back. This is live.
This is a serious proceeding with serious consequences, and all of us are addressing it accordingly.
Anthony, is it a racist proceeding, as Marcus said?
Nobody's okay with staying in jail for now. Okay, thank you very much. That's it for today.
Continue to believe that.
Okay, so we really.
No one is okay with staying in jail. I mean, never truer words were said, but I mean, what else can you do?
Okay, thank you very much. That's it for today. Nobody's okay with staying in jail for now.
Okay, I know that's right.
Anthony, is it a racist proceeding, as Marcus said?
Nobody's okay with staying in jail for now.
Okay. Sir looks like sir is dressed. Okay. Is there anyone else coming out to the podium? I don't know who that paralegal was, but let's hear what the reporter has to say.
all the action today. Elizabeth, good to see you. So what were the main takeaways? What happened inside that courtroom? And if you can give us a little flavor of what did you observe from the man himself, Sean Combs?
Yeah, Jesse, it was pretty interesting because I think, we have seen many photos, videos of Sean Combs, aka Diddy, through the Associated Press, through Instagram. And so to see him kind of in person after being in jail for 3 weeks now was pretty interesting, to say the least. And I say that by being that you would expect him to feel a little defeated, a little gaunt, anything like that. But it wasn't that case. He appeared confident. He stood tall. But most importantly and most notably, when he walked inside the courtroom, the first thing that he looked at was his family. As soon as he saw his family, he just lit up. Another thing to note too is he wasn't.
That means that goes a long way. I mean, he is still a dad, and those kids, who you said Mr. Paralegal got fired. He is still a dad. So, I find myself saying this a lot lately. I feel sorry for the kids because that is still their father. And Miss Janice is damn 84 years old, running down to the courthouse in fishnets and 5-inch heels with her assistant and an old nasty wig and celebrity glasses in her Rolls Royce. Baby, people have better things to be doing. But yeah, if your son wasn't out here doing the most, everybody could be living their life happy and enjoying all of that money. But no. I mean, shit catches up with you after a while. You know what I mean? There's not a whole lot you can do when you're out here playing around.
Shackled, but he was wearing a khaki.
Did I hear shackles?
Another thing to note too is that was his family. As soon as he saw his family, he just lit up. Another thing to note too is he wasn't shackled, but he was wearing a khaki prison-like jumpsuit when he appeared inside court, and his family appeared.
Did she say tacky? I know she didn't say tacky prison jumpsuit. Or
on their khaki prison. Another thing to note too is he wasn't shackled, but he was wearing a khaki prison-like jumpsuit when he appeared inside. Shackled, but he was wearing a khaki prison-like jumpsuit when he appeared inside.
CC said khaki. Okay, because I was like, wait, tacky? No, then I heard khaki. Okay, I heard the khaki.
Inside court, and his family appeared on their end, very just happy to see him. Now, I will say, when I was inside the courtroom, I was a little bit towards the back right side of the gallery, and so for seeing Sean Combs, I had to look through a few heads and stuff like that. But again, he appeared just kind of confident walking inside that courtroom, and might have just been the look that his family was there. So let me kind of paint a picture for you as well too. His mother arrived a little bit before 1 p.m. Eastern time today, and then whenever his children actually came into the courtroom or the courthouse actually kind of got silent. It was pretty interesting to see that as well too. So as far as who was,
because you don't want to act up and be talking shit around the kids. I mean, like, you got to have a little bit of respect for the kids, because at the end of the day, the kids really didn't. And there's minor children. It's not even like it's just adult children. Like, these, they're grown. There's still young. There's young ladies. So along with the boys are all of age, I think. It's the girls, the young ladies. One of them may be a senior in high school. The twins might be juniors, and Chance might be graduating this year. So, there's little young ladies involved, and probably out of respect for the girls,
sitting by who you had Janice Combs, who sat by Justin. Then it was followed by Chance, the twins, Jesse and Delilah, Quincy, and then Christian Combs, aka King. And so again, once they all saw their father, they all smiled at him, waved at him. And even when we were all leaving the courthouse today, Diddy just blew kisses at his mother and his family members. They didn't say much of anything. I wasn't outside when they had first entered the courthouse, so I'm not sure if they said anything to the press previously they had been very quiet whenever they had entered the courtroom. So I assume it'll be kind of like that as well too. But it was interesting as well that a lot of the arguments kind of based around the data that was recovered and seized from the homes. So while a lot of us were kind of expecting there to be arguments about the bail or the bond, that really didn't happen. And the judge ordered that the defendant, Sean Combs, stay inside the MDNC, which we know the Metropolitan Detention Center in Brooklyn, New York. And so as far as what we know now is that we know May 5th is going to be the date, tentatively, that the trial does begin. So
mark your calendars, May 5th, 2025. It's going down.
we have a lot of stuff that we're expecting to see, but kind of going back to a little bit of the evidence there. Now, I'm looking through this notebook right here, mainly because we're not allowed to have electronic equipment when we're inside that courtroom. So all of this was handwritten notes. So just kind of going over just some of the things that were happening inside that courtroom. You know, I'm sure you have already talked about it there, as far as just all the data that prosecutors and now have in connection to the case. So 96 electronic devices were seized across 3 different locations. That included Diddy's Miami home, his LA mansion, as well as all the devices that were seized whenever he went to the airport. Because as we all remember, when the search warrants were happened, he was actually boarding a flight with his twin daughters, including, and I believe Chance was there as well too, his 18-year-old daughter now, when they were the search warrants were happening and Diddy was caught up at the airport. They did seize different devices that time as well too. And so the data mainly still has to be extracted. Now, the government was kind of talking about just some of the devices are a little bit older. So the government in turn is kind of catching up to the technology there. But they say at the airport, they seized 9 different devices. 7 of those have been extracted so far. At Miami, 36 different devices were seized. 29 were extracted. And in LA, 51 devices were seized. 24 have been extracted, excuse me. They say the 8 terabytes of data, that information could come about in the next 2 weeks or so, and they're working on the and devices were seized. 24 have been
Oh my God, you guys couldn't hear me? It said Silver MacBook. It said A Bader. It said HSI, Homeland Security Investigations. I didn't know if it said 3rd bedroom something or 3rd floor DM something. I'm not sure. But it definitely said Silver MacBook Air. Hold on. Let me show you guys. You guys saw it. My bad. I had it on mute because. Okay. Silver. See that? Silver. Can y'all see? Hold on. Silver MacBook Air. I'm not sure. That looks like a 3 something. I'm not sure. We'll have to figure that out. A Bader. Maybe that was the investigator. HSI is Homeland Security Investigations. This is probably like a property number. I'm not sure what any of that said. If we catch another something, we'll catch it. But looks like it states Silver MacBook Air. AIR. See that? Silver MacBook Air, right? Okay. You said 3/26/24. 3. I don't see 3/26/24, but It's definitely a Homeland Security investigations like evidence bag. Okay. Hold on, girl. Let me tell you something. I put you guys on mute too because I was being very disrespectful to a bowl of collard greens and turkey, baby. And I didn't want you guys to hear me because this is not a mukbang. Okay. Okay.
Distracted or extracted, excuse me. They say the 8 terabytes of data
Oh, you
that
see the date? What was the date? I didn't see it. Oh, maybe that's what that says. I couldn't read it. Okay. Okay. Hold on a second. Let's see. Let's go back one more time. Was that the date of the C's? 320. You think this is the 324? You think this is the 3? What was the date? 3/26/24? Maybe that's the date. I don't know. Maybe that's the date. That could be an initial, something like that, but it's definitely a computer. It's definitely a computer. Mac silver MacBook Air. Okay. All right, let's
information could come about in the next 2 weeks or so, and they're working on the production, another production of the subpoena returns. And so the defense pretty much didn't object to too much inside the courtroom today. Agnifilo also appeared kind of confident during his arguments. I know a lot of people were kind of expecting for the bail or bond argument to be happening, but that didn't happen. And it appeared that the defense kind of, I'm trying to find the right word here, but they were pretty much complying with all the prosecution's arguments and plan to kind of have everything all good and set to go by May. Now, by the time the end of the year is to happen, I forgot like one big turn right here. They did mention that a potential superseding indictment could come. Now, obviously that hasn't happened yet, but the investigation is still ongoing. And so, we don't know a lot of information as far as what that could look like, but it appears that we could expect more charges to come later on, potentially by the end of the year.
That is what.
Okay, let me tell you. What does a superseding indictment mean? If at any time before entry of a plea of guilty to an indictment or information or commencement of a trial thereof, another indictment or information is filed in the same court charging the defendant with an offense charged or attempted to be charged in the first instrument. The first one is with respect to click on this. Charge the first instrument. The first one is with respect to the offense superseded by a second and upon the defendant's arraignment upon the second indictment or information, the count of the first instrument charging the offense must be dismissed by the superior court judge. The first instrument is not, however, superseded with respect to any court contained therein, which charged the offense not charged in the second indictment or information. So basically, my understanding of this is basically it would be another indictment with additional, like she said, additional charges. But if they do a superseding indictment, then I guess the first indictment would go away. So I guess that lends to this is still an open investigation. They're still accepting more information. And I guess if more information comes, they're entertaining updating the indictment. It's bad for him right now. Okay. Let's get back to Sis's report.
We've been echoing a lot that we wouldn't be surprised if there's a superseding indictment and I don't know. I don't think that May date is going to stick if he's hit with additional charges. That's just my guess. Elizabeth Milner, thank you so much. Great reporting, and happy you got a chance to be in that courtroom and also lay out the scene for us as well. Really appreciate it. Thanks. Good seeing you.
Thanks, Jesse.
All right, so now we're going to break it down. I'm joined once again by our general counsel here at Law and Crime, Elizabeth Vulai, but also I am joined by criminal defense attorney Nima Rahmani. Good to see you. Thanks so much.
Okay. I'll drop the link to this if you guys want to go check it out in full. It's about a 3-hour live. Um, I feel like we got to all the important parts, like only Bougie Gang can do. Girl, we had to skim through it. We didn't have 3 hours to watch this whole entire video. Okay. Girl, it's a wrap for you, babe. Look, if he gets out, like they said, so Gloria Allred said maybe if they take his phone, but it's like, Gloria, you're not thinking about the cloud, but maybe they would tell him expressly, maybe part of his release would be no access to the internet, no accessing your cloud data, things of that nature. But I mean, how is he to operate as a mogul? Obviously, he's not in day-to-day operations because clearly he's got people working for him. But how is he to function if he gets out? He can't go back to his normal work because he would have to access computers and data and all kinds of information that maybe he could be potentially restricted from. So it would be like he definitely would have to be basically on sabbatical if he were to get out. He's going to have to probably just literally chill, watch TV, hang out with the kids, be still, stay off the internet, no freak offs, all of the things, I mean, what else? That would probably be, his stipulations would probably be very, very strict. And people will be watching, right? See, I think Russell got out early. I think he just, he had other interests. He was into all of his Zen, Buddhism, all of the things that he does, his Western, his Eastern practices and all of the things. So I think he just, I don't know if a little birdie told him, like, get out now. I'm not sure if he maybe detected that the tides were changing and it was really essential. Thank you. Essential for him to go. That was was that my water? The core? Okay. I don't know. I don't know what made him take off and leave, but maybe he was advised like, hey, they're starting to, the world is changing and all this good old boy casting couch, all of this frat behavior of you men double quadruple your age, all this shenanigans y'all have been up to, it's getting ready to catch up. I don't know. Anyway, interesting, right? I don't know if we're gonna have time to go through this whole thing. Do you guys want to see a little bit? We'll try and do as much as we possibly can. Because this is a 27 pager. It's extensive. Maybe we can I'll read one and then we'll get into the rest of it. We'll finish it up tomorrow. The young lady, let's see. Young lady, she was born in 93. Sis is 31. Sis is 31, appears to be married to a guy named Ladarius. That's all I'm going to say. Ma'am, I don't know if she has kids or not, but sis is definitely sitting in jail right now. She's in jail. She was doing way too much in Cobb County. Excuse me, way too much in Fulton County. And is this on stage? Hold on. Yes. Okay. Sis is in lots of trouble. Okay. Let me tell you what sis did. Hold on. Let me readjust the document. That is introducing Karmen Bailey. Karmen was working over there at Rice Street, and Karmen got herself into a little bit of trouble. Let me tell you all about it, guys. Sis has been charged. She's being held without bond. Ma'am has violated her oath of public officer. Violation of oath of public officer ×3, bribery, obtain, procure, give inmate prohibited item without authorization, So 2 counts of bribery, 2 counts of obtain, procure, give inmate prohibited item without authorization. And so it looks like 4 counts of violation. Yeah. So 4 counts of violation of oath of a public officer, 3 counts to obtain, procure, and give inmate prohibited items, and 2 counts of bribery. She's being held without bail. She's in jail without the bail. Okay. None. All right, let's get into it. This is Fulton County. I want to say, of course, but there is some drama going on at Fulton County jail, and this is, I'm going to get you ready to tell you all about it. Let me change the scene. Okay, here we go. T. Cole, who on oath says that to the best of his knowledge and belief, Karen Bailey on May 6, 2024, did in the county aforesaid commit the offense of bribery. So we're on the bribery charges right now, right? In that said, willingly and intentionally did violate the terms of the oath of office of a detention officer for the Fulton County Sheriff's Office by knowingly, willingly committing an unlawful offense of bribery. In that said accused indirectly received money from inmate. You guys who know who this guy is, MARQUAVIOUS HUEY. MARQUAVIOUS is sitting in the YSL trial. Okay. He sits right over there with the distinguished looking black man and his son. I believe that's the table I think that's the client of the father and son legal team, if I'm not mistaken. Okay. Indirectly received money from inmate MARQUAVIOUS HUEY by accepting $500 from Melissa Huey, which influenced her job performance. Namely, Miss Bailey failed to perform the official action of seizing contraband, substance appearing to be white pills, from inmate Huey, and afforded said inmate the ability to temporarily reside within a restricted area, 6 North, Zone 400, where she assisted other inmates in the procurement of contraband, which is a violation of OCGA 42518B. And this deponent makes the affidavit that a warrant may issue for his or her arrest, and this deponent makes the affidavit that a warrant may issue in his or her arrest. Probable cause. May 2024, the Jail Investigations Unit received information from jail administration regarding an alleged misconduct incident involving Fulton County employee Karmen Bailey. In July of 2024, Jail Investigations Unit received information regarding the alleged complaint of contraband being moved from an inmate with the assistance of the Fulton County employee Karmen Bailey. On August 21st, 2024, Lieutenant Battle and I interviewed Kay Bailey. During the interview, Ms. Bailey waived her Miranda rights and consented to a search of her cell phone device. A search warrant was also obtained for her phone. During the search, over 20 financial transactions from May 1st, 2024 to August 8th, 2024 were identified in which Miss Bailey received money from inmates in Fulton County custody, families, and associates. A review of the evidence, i.e., or IG Miss Bailey's cellular device, jail security footage, identified the following dates, times when Bailey committed the following acts. Miss Bailey indirectly received money from the inmate MARQUAVIOUS HUEY by accepting $500 from Melissa Huey via Apple Pay. May 6, 2024, Miss Huey is listed as inmate Huey's emergency contact in Odyssey, and identified as his mother. Okay, his mother. This would cause a reasonable person to believe it influenced her job performance because Miss Bailey failed to perform the official action of seizing contraband substance appearing to be white pills from inmate Huey and afforded said inmate the ability to temporarily reside in a restricted area 6 North Zone 400, where she assisted other inmates in procuring contraband. Inmate Huey at the time was assigned to a cell in 6 North Zone 600. Court ordered to be in protective custody by a trial judge due to high profile court case he is currently going through. Specifically, inmate Huey has been assigned to 6 North cell 614 since 12/11/23. During said time, inmate Huey can be observed entering into zone 400 at approximately 2051, distributing what appears to be white pills approximately 2105 in the jail recorded security system. While Miss Bailey stands guard within the door frame at 6 North Zone 600, Bailey retrieves inmate Huey and an unidentified inmate from said location at 9:08 p.m. Hold on, let me what are y'all saying? Girl. Okay. His lawyer released a statement basically saying that they were vigorously going to defend these charges. Okay. Did you guys hear about the old SSA guy? Oh, the old ass guy over in girl. Yes. Were you watching that lady, the Grizzly podcast? The lady from Sweden and South Africa? Yes, I was listening to that today. I was like, my Lord. Okay. Okay. Let's keep going. Let me see what we can do. Hold on a second. Let me scroll because I don't want to show too much. Okay, this is still the same. Is this going to read basically the same? This one, okay. So these are the bribery. I think these are. Hold on, let me scroll through. Okay. I just scrolled through the bribery one because it's the same. I think it's all the same details as the other. Let me just verify. Yes. Okay. I don't know what was going on, but they say she's married. I mean, at least on her booking sheet. Let me see. Violation. So it's the same narrative. Let me just find a narrative that's different. Did she say something about? Okay, this one is a little bit different. Okay, here we go. I'll read this one to you, and then we'll pick this up tomorrow because I'm scrolling through. This is the third warrant. We're on page 8, and there's 27 pages. Okay, let me add this back. Okay. So same officer information did on July, same investigator, July 13th, 2024, did in the county aforesaid commit the offense of violation of oath of public officer. In that said, willingly and intentionally did violate the terms of oath of office as a detention officer for Fulton County Sheriff's Office by willingly commit the offense of bribery. In that said, accused to indirectly receive money from inmate MARQUAVIOUS by accepting $1,000 by Jeremiah Huey on July 7th, 2024, which influenced her job performance. July 13th, 2024, Miss Bailey did not work from July 6th to July 12th, according to jail post orders obtained by Watch Commander's office. Mr. J. Huey is identified as the sibling of MARQUAVIOUS in Idacor, I guess another system. Namely, Miss Bailey afforded an escorted inmate Huey and an unidentified inmate the ability to temporarily exit the inmates assigned area 6 North and access a restricted area for those inmates in 6 South. Upon arrival within the restricted area, Miss Bailey allowed the inmate Huey and the unidentified inmate to deliver packages. They were delivering all over the jail. 2 packages to 6 South Zone 600. One of the packages was received by inmate Foley. Neither the sheriff or his designee authorized these inmates to obtain or give, nor did Miss Bailey have the authorization to help inmates located in 6 South Zone 600 procure said items. And the deponent makes an affidavit that a warrant may be issued for his or her arrest. In May 2024, Jail Investigations Unit received information from the jail administration regarding alleged misconduct incident involving Fulton County employee Karmen Bailey. July 2024, Jail Investigations Unit received information regarding the alleged complaint of contraband being moved from an inmate with the assistance of Fulton County employee Karmen Bailey. On August 21st, 2024, Lieutenant Battle and I interviewed Kay Bailey. During the interview, Bailey waived her Miranda and consented to a search of her cell phone. During the search, over 20 financial transactions from May 1st, we read this part before, to August 8th were identified, in which Miss Bailey received money from inmates, families, and associates. To date in this investigation, Bailey has received over 20 transactions worth $17,000, and she received them from inmates under her direct supervision and care in 6 North, and reviewed the evidence. A review of the evidence, Miss Bailey's cellular phone and jail security footage identified the following dates and times when Bailey committed the following acts. Ms. Bailey indirectly received money from MARQUAVIOUS HUEY by accepting $1,000 from Jeremiah HUEY on July 7th. Mr. J. HUEY was identified as the inmate's sibling. This would cause a reasonable person to believe it influenced her job. Let me skip down because we read some of this. But upon the next investigation, July 13th, Miss Bailey was afforded. So it's just kind of repeating what it said earlier. So yeah, that's what's going on. I mean, it's all right, we'll get into page 9 to 27 tomorrow, but I just wanted to give you guys a little bit of a preview of what is going on at Fulton County. So look, this is the deal. Let's turn this back on to Nesto and them. They can say all they want because there's obviously stuff going on right now, but you know what Sonia and Nesto love to do? They love to conflate and they love to create chaos, and they are on some disinformation, misinformation campaign. So because they know that there is stuff going on, and probably Nesto sees stuff going on, he's sitting over there at Cobb with a bunch of Fulton County inmates. I mean, basically it's Fulton County at Cobb County, right? In his wing. It's all Fulton County people. So he knows what's going on. I'm sure he's heard what's going on, and they've probably talked to them about what's going on to a certain degree when they come through there and do shakedowns, because shakedowns are part of what they do to control contraband and to find contraband and to just overall set the tone that y'all are not going to be bringing shit up in here, drugs, weapons, all of those things are not allowed, right? So knowing that there is clearly a problem, Sonia and Nesto, I think even Mr. Hoover, by their conversation and the things that they're saying and trying to elude certain things, I don't know if they're trying to inject the bloggers in this, but I couldn't live any further away from Atlanta. I don't know any of these people. I don't have any dealings with anybody outside of requesting FOIAs in that area. And for them to kind of try to insert the bloggers in some of the leaks and some of the corruption that's going on, and he feels like people are leaking his rusty, crusty, easy to get in Odyssey and Research Georgia information, they got to be out of their mind. Okay. Because what's going on in Fulton County Jail seems to have a lot to do with cell phones, miscellaneous, potentially controlled substances, food even. And you know what I'm saying? Like, girl, try again. I think that they're trying to reach because they know that there's some things going on, and they're trying to just create any kind of a distraction to take away that sir is sitting with a very, very serious charges and not a very good defense. He knows not to say anything, especially to the mouth of this girl. She talks way too much. Well, I mean, I would think like that's not enough money, $17,000, because look, even if they went on a nice vacation to Cozumel, right? She was off work for a week, right? So like she got about $17,000. Guess what? Now your husband has to hire you a lawyer. Maybe they could put a freeze on your account because now they're investigating. It's not worth it. These people, I don't know what any of these guys have as far as their assets are concerned, but whatever they're paying you, $100, $1,000 here or there, look at you. Now your husband got to find you a lawyer. I don't know if this lady got kids. Let me tell you something. It's not cute. But $17,000 for somebody, I don't know how much they make, $20, $25 an hour. I don't know how much they make. They could even make $15 an hour. I don't know what these people make, but $17,000 to somebody who makes, 15 to $22 an hour, let's just even say, cash, that's some money for her. And she might have felt like it was some good money. But now when you're sitting in jail and your husband got to go get you a lawyer, and you're not in bed with your husband, or we don't know if the lady has kids. I mean, it's just not worth it. All these women are sitting up here working in that jail, and we've seen about maybe 8 women so far. And I'm sure there's probably more taking the fall for trying to provide comfort, services, food, and all kinds of things for people who are sitting in your custody. So it's unfortunate, because if these women are found guilty, you're going to have felonies, you're going to probably do jail time, your work, your ability to work, and all of freedom is priceless, period. Thank you for saying it just like that, Rich Auntie. Absolutely. It's priceless. But some of these guys, they're sitting up in the jail. Shoot, they might be standing in the jails with their shirts off. You never know. Some of these girls could have been catching the vapors. What we did the last one, we went through some of the other girls who were arrested. A couple of the girls were having relationships with these guys, giving sex and everything in the damn jail, y'all. Thank you, Lovejoy. So these girls are giving sexual favors. They're bringing phones. They're bringing burner phones. They're doing all kinds of stuff, and the irony is that they're gonna end up in the same jail that they're guarding in. Like, it's just absolutely insane. We will go through through the rest of the warrants, and I'll take a look and see what's going on with the other cases, because there's actually a RICO right now with some of the other girls. I don't know if this would be part of the RICO or not, but I feel like I've seen Marquavious's name before. Lovejoy, thank you so much for gifting, hun. I appreciate that so much. Violet Girl, Positively SD. Let me see. Violet Girl, Positively SD, DC Lively, Rev Off Goro. And thank you, Rev Off Goro. You know what I'm talking about. Thank you so much. And Goddess Y, I appreciate y'all so much. I hope you enjoy your membership for the month. Please go, and we'll do a member only live soon. I don't think we've done one yet this week. We'll get into something, if not sometime tomorrow, Saturday. Just bear with me. We had a little busy weekend. Last week I went to go see my father-in-law and stuff, and we had some stuff going on. So I'll hit you guys up this week. We'll get into something. And then what else? And then tomorrow we'll get into some Nesto. We'll finish up these warrants, that kind of stuff. And if there's anything else, one of you guys did request me to look into the sheriff, Sean, is it Steinis? I was over there in Kentucky trying to find the complaint, trying to get into the records, and I found the records. I could not get into the documents, and sis likes to read the documents because so I'm trying to see what I can find. I might have to actually like fill out a document request, I don't know, for open records. It's so much easier to get into cases when they have a nice open records kind of situation where we can get in, look at the documents, see what's going on, understand the story, read the narrative, and kind of keep up with the docket. For me, it works my brain better because then I can kind of follow the docket to see what's going on. And I've heard the stories of the sheriff and the judge. I don't know what's going on with the daughter. I do know that the sheriff's family has a GoFundMe. So I was tootling around, doing a little bit of research on that. You guys asked me to look into it. It's interesting. What other case did you guys ask me to look into? There was something else, but I didn't have a chance to look into it today. I've got like a list of things like Bougie Gang asked me to check out. That's one of them. I just, if they don't have open access to the documents, it's going to be kind of hard to follow. But whenever it goes to court or whenever there's a trial, if you guys are interested, of course we can watch it, but it's kind of hard to kind of docket watch if we can't fully access the docket. So, but yeah, keep sending me requests because I love looking at that stuff. So, and we add, they just kind of, some of these cases for us just kind of fall into place organically. Okay. Okay, guys, I'm not going to keep y'all long because it is a school night. So tomorrow's Friday. It's already 9:00. I want to spend some time with my family. So I was like, I got to get on here around 7 because I knew I was just finishing up cooking dinner. Oh, one of you guys asked me for a newlywed cookbook. I was like, that was random, but I know I do talk about cooking a lot. And I love cooking. So we'll have to find a space and a place to talk about homemaking because somebody asked me kind of like a homemaking question. I thought that was very cute. What else did someone say? Someone else said something funny. We might need to do, before the week is out, we might need to do some addressing the comments because you guys have been showing out in the comments so funny. So we may have to spend like an hour just going through the comments because you guys are funny and answer some questions from the comments and things like that. So we got some things going on. Anyway, I love you guys. I hope that you guys have a wonderful evening and thank you guys for coming through. Please make sure to hit the thumbs up for me. It's very much appreciated. And I thank you so much, guys. I hope you enjoyed this little hot topics and we'll get back into it tomorrow at lunchtime. Okay. All right, guys. I love you. I'll see you later.
You can sleep. Side hand, I'll be that too. Because chicks are young and this chick is old. So I'll be the side hand. Thank you, Reggie, for correcting her. I will be the side chick. The mistress, the side chick, the hand. It's whatever. I mean, name calling is what y'all do. That's